Love. And this comeback pays tribute to the rich legacy but also grounded in the present. So, ano ba ang bago sa MMK? Yan. So, we have new generation stories, bolder and braver storytelling, and new ways of engaging its audience. At may bago na rin tahanan ang MMK. Alam nyo ba yun? Anong bagong tahanan? Ang I1. Yan. It's ABS-CBN's very own OTT streaming service. Mamaya, ano bang special sa panonood ng MMK sa I1? At this point, I'd like to acknowledge the head of I1, Sir Jolly Estaris. And also, in I1, viewers are not just audiences, but they're part of the conversation. Okay. Baliktad daw yung cue card ko. Anyway, ayan. For 3 decades, imagine nyo, 31 years, umere ang MMK. It has chronicled the lives of the Filipinos from all walks of life, capturing the spirit of each generation through stories of love, loss, triumph, and resilience. It became a cultural touchstone, mirroring our society's growth, shedding light on injustices, uplifting unheard voices, and moving millions to cry, reflect, and feel seen. Totoo nga naman, ang MMK naging bahagi na ng kulturang Pilipino. Deeply emotional and undeniably relevant, MMK has shaped the way we tell our stories. Ito ang mother of all anthologies that we know in the Philippine television. Now, MMK enters a new era of storytelling, still grounded in truth and emotion, but this time, braver, unfiltered, and ready to spark deeper conversations. So kasabay ng pagbabago ng panahon, ang pagbabagong ng paraan, ang paghahatid ng kwento ng MMK. Kaya naman, we're keeping its heart but opening the door to more modern, real, and even controversial stories. Nako, narinig ko, exciting ang mga kwento na itatampok sa bagong MMK. So, ayan. At syempre, the heart and soul of MMK from the very beginning ay makakasama natin today. We're very privileged na makakwentuhan siya in this very intimate setting na very exclusive at talagang handpick yung ating mga friends from the media na kasama natin this afternoon. An industry icon, a powerful storyteller, a media trailblazer, and the voice that carried the millions of letters. Ayoko nang patagalin pa. Let us all welcome Miss Charo Santos!
Table Kwentuhan. Thank you for coming this afternoon. Hi!
Maraming salamat po muli sa pagpapaunlak sa invitasyon mismo ni Ma'am Charo para makasama kayo this afternoon. Pagpakilala ni lahat.
Of course, we are with Nico.
Of course, the head of Star Cinema Advertising and Promotions, Mr. Nico Del Rosario.
And ang aming producer po, Ronald de la Serna.
Yes. And
This is Unit.
And Monch Navales of Sanache. Tita Monch.
Alright, sige, umpisahan na natin ang kwentuhan.
Ako na lang.
I'll go lang, Miss.
Okay, first of all, Ms. Charo, first reaction when you were told, syempre, when we last talked to you, kinonfirm naman na babalik na yung MMG, pero when was this brought up? At saka, why I want yes?
Would you like to answer that last question?
I will answer
yeah.
that question.
Okay. But yeah, last year, management kinda talked to me about the idea of bringing back Maalaala Mo Kaya. Pero naghahanap sila ng tamang panahon, tamang pagkakataon, tamang platform. And then was it last Feb? It was last Feb when Cory Vitanes, the COO of ABS-CBN, called me up and confirmed that yes, we're already producing. We're bringing back Maalaala Mo Kaya on a limited run of 13 episodes. And sabi niya, the producers are I1, TFC, and other friends.
Yes. Yeah, so we really wanted them to be on I1 kasi obviously TV has its own limitations in terms of
the time limit, the types of scenes that we can show. So I Want would really allow us to have sort of a bigger, bolder, braver way of telling these stories. So you'll see that reflected in the way that we pick the stories for the season. And you'll also see that there's a lot more social interaction that's going to happen alongside the episode. So we really wanted to bring it to the new generation of viewers.
The new episodes will be aired first on I Want TV, and then after 2 days, it will be aired on Kapamilya channel. That's on cable, Kapamilya Online, on YouTube, and A to Z. Every Saturday, at 8:30 in the evening. So, simulcast siya.
Correct.
Oo. And then there is a director's cut for I Want TFC. Yes.
So there'll be scenes that are not in the broadcast version that you'll only see on I Want TFC.
Okay. So, alam na bolder talaga.
Bolder talaga.
Bolder, braver.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, but what else can we expect that's different from the former MMK edition?
A story is a story is a story, and now we're welcoming the stories of the Gen Zs. I mean, the social issues that are being faced now by our young people, by the parents of these young people, diba? The challenges that we're facing now, mas relevant to the new generation of viewers. And we hope that the older generation naman will be more appreciative of the perspective of the young. Oo, kasi nga, mas ipapakita namin yung mga issues ng mga kabataan.
But you've always always imagining a comeback for MMK.
Actually, yes. Oo. Kasi ganun ako kung mananaginip ka na rin lang at mangarap ka ng something positive. So, never nawala sa puso ko na isang araw, babalik at maalaala mo ka na. And talagang, I cannot describe the joy in my heart. Masaya ako na kahit na limited series lang ang maalaala mo kaya, mabibigyan kami ng pagkakataon ulit na makapaghandog ng magagandang kwento sa ating mga manonood. We're all praying, management and the staff and everyone involved that hahaba pa ang buhay ng maalaala mo kaya. Nakakatuwa na yung initial feedback even among our colleagues, my peers in the industry, yung, uy, Charo, guest mo kami ha. Uy, the actors, gano'n. Kasi, if you're not naman a part of the series, what are the other venues for our talents? And,
meron kayong yung mga artista na hindi pa nakapag-yan.
Oo, tapos yun, lahat ng mga batang artista na sinasabi, Ma'am Charo, kailangan may episode kami sa MMK, alam mo naman may advocacy din ng maalaala mo kaya beyond bringing true to life stories of our kapamilyas, it served as a training ground for the past 31 years, training ground for directors, for production people, for writers, even for the technical crew. Hindi ko naman pinano, pero nasa puso ko talaga siguro yung pagiging teacher, somehow, pagiging mentor na kasama na sa akin yung maghangad na every member of the staff or every member of the production gives their best and is professional in how they do things. And wala naman akong maaabala kasi programa ko, sino magre-reklamo na, oy, ginagawa nyo naman training ground yung no, parang I was really just so willing to make my program to be the training ground for the young artists.
Ma'am, we've noticed you've also evolved into a content creator these days. So, will your hosting style change because of this? Can you share more about
Yes.
the format?
I'm a bit more relaxed, more casual, more candid. Hindi mo masyadong pinag-iisipan kasi in social media, walang script di ba? You're very in the moment, ganon. So, parang when I taped for the first and second episodes, I noticed that my delivery was different from the usual, very formal and very traditional kind of hosting, di ba? Yung nakikita mo in the 60s, 70s na kailangan you're correct in everything. Ngayon, mas wala lang. Kwentuhan tayo. Ganun lang. Casual lang. Huwag kayong matakot. Ganyan. Magkaibigan tayo. Ganun lang.
In terms of the selection of stories, how will you go about it?
Oh, I have a very able staff. They really, they do everything. They do all the work. I mean, the credit goes to them. When I was much younger and I had more time, I was one of the persons reading letters. Nung sulat pa talaga, at sa akong sulat ang dumadating sa ABS-CBN. Isa ako sa tagabasa. May committee kami, namimili kami ng mga top 10, yan, ganyan, and then we discuss. Pero through the years, dumami na yung trabaho ko, tumaas na ang stress level ko, ganyan. And I think, we've trained the production staff enough that they're doing so well so they can do it with their eyes closed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bob, before I call Anna, I'm going to read a question lang from Tessa Ariola of the Manila Times. She won't be able to make it, but she sent her questions.
Yes.
Yun nga, in relation to Kate's question a while ago, even before you announced po na babalik po yung MMK, you've been doing a lot of things. Ano po kayo, na isa sa mga primetime stars sa Batang Quiapo as Tinding. Ang dami niyo pong ginagawa ng mga award-winning. Ang tanong niyo po, what chapter of your life would you like to call this time?
Would I like to?
What chapter po ng buhay niyo yung gusto niyo pong itawag sa nangyayari po sa career niyo?
Anong title? Anong era?
Anong
era ito?
Anong era o title ng chapter ng buhay ko?
Pwede rin po.
I want to understand it.
Anong era? Maganda yung
Influence.
framing na yon. What is this era for you?
Forever young.
Sa ano mo today? Very casual. Very apt.
Unscripted. Hindi kasi, di ba pag, when you're young, you're hopeful, you're always looking forward to something new, something positive, a new adventure. Ganda ako eh. Oo, madami pa akong gustong matutunan, madami pa akong gustong magawa, madami pa akong gustong ma-experience, di ba? Hindi lang sa larangan ng pag-aarte, kundi sa buhay. So, yeah. You never really stop learning, you never really stop growing. So, I think we should keep that youthful spirit in each one of us, no matter what stage of life we may be. Yeah.
Follow-up niya po dun, what kind of fulfillment does getting to act as much as you do give you po? Ano pong fulfillment yung binibigay? Yung mga ginagawa niyo po in the recent times.
Ano ang klase ng fulfillment? Ayan na nga, oh.
Happy na.
Yeah, happy. Oh, there's joy in my heart that, I like what I'm doing. I'm happy with it. It's not a chore for me kahit kuyatin mo pa ako, kahit ilang sequences pa bigay mo sa akin, kasi gusto ko yung ginagawa ko. Hindi siya trabaho eh. Passion siya eh. Wala akong reklamo. Wala na akong maireklamo. I mean, everything is a blessing. Everything that's happening in my life right now is a blessing. And I really just relish every moment. Yeah. Ito lang conversation na to. Wow.
Alright. Miss Charo, ma'am, you mentioned na you would read din pala yung mga letters na pinapasa. Kasi parang not all stories, di ba, they make it to the screen. Kasi natapon na namin, it touches us. Pero the fact na you read so many, parang how has that also affected you? Or kung ano yung takeaway mo, na I'm sure yung iba doon, besides inspiring, medyo mabibigat din yung stories. Parang yung mga kwentong Pilipino, parang do you have any takeaway or has it in any way affected you or your just perspective in life?
Oh, very much. Very much. Pag bata ka pa kasi, you can be insensitive about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Even though, modesty aside, I think I have a sense of caring for other people.
Yeah.
Sensitive ako.
Mm.
Pero siguro mas na-enhance yung sense of empathy ko, sense of compassion ko for others because nabigyan ng perspective ang buhay sa akin. Nabigyan ng maalaala mo kaya ako ng perspective on pain, suffering, struggle, sacrifice. Pagbata ka pa, parang ang tingin mo, na-overwhelm ka kahit sa mga maliliit na bagay. Pagbata ka pa, akala mo ang bigat-bigat ng mundo. Until you look to your side, you find a person, you really look into his face and give a face to the person and start talking to the person and you realize na ang ganda ng kwento mo at nakaka-inspire. Mas mahirap pala yung pinagdadaanan mo, nakakahiya naman ako. Who am I to complain? Yan ang nagawa sa akin ng maalaala mo.
And of course, thank you for sharing that. This is also syempre yung same vision pa rin for itong limited series na it's really to a different perspective, different shoes.
Yes.
Na it's still the same na kasi yung bata ako, doon mo man-realize na may ganito palang feeling. Diba when you watch it, syempre hindi mo alam na, ay makakaramdam ka pala na ganito.
Yes.
Medyo eye-opening. So ito pa rin, same vision pa rin siya.
Yes. Oo. We want to be able to, di ba? Awakening. Parang, you want people to realize na, alam mo, ang mundo does not revolve around you. Di ba? Let's not be too arrogant, let's not be too entitled. Ang mundo hindi umiikot sa iyo. And we belong to a community of people.
Thank you, ma'am. May specific themes na po bang parang kayo before in choosing the stories? Like, ito yung mga gusto natin na wala pa.
It's, you know, when you choose stories, you kinda have to listen to your heart, to your intuition. We're not very structured. We listen to this story will make an impact. There is a great lesson to this story, or this story has very strong emotion. Will have a very strong emotional connection with our viewers, diba? So you go with the flow. There is no exact science in saying what is the best story, because every story is unique, diba? And the creators will just have to see the beauty in each of these unique stories.
Same thing, ma'am.
Okay, Kenneth Quinto, Kapamilya Kingdom.
I can.
Sorry, nakabahan ako.
Relax. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay.
Nakabahan. Siya lang to. Sabi ko, ma'am, ako lang to.
Oo, ako lang to. Ilang taon ka na, iho?
33 po.
Ay! Pinako si Jesu Cristo.
Pagkabahan siya ng example mo.
That's the mentor in me talking. Okay, go.
Pero pwede po pa-explain po sa mga televiewers po natin, bakit po siya limited series and ano po yung meaning ng limited series? And mag-expect po ba namin na magkakaroon po ito ng another season?
I'm hoping and I'm praying that it will have another season. But why it is a limited series? I think the best person to answer that question is...
No, except actually, because it's streaming, we wanted to sort of follow the structure also of mga streaming shows where it's sort of a limited run. A lot of the big shows now, even on other streaming services, are mga 6, 8, 10 episodes. We wanted to bring MK back in a similar way by doing 13 first. But I'm sure if the audience reaction is very strong, we wouldn't mind extending it beyond 13.
Or having another season.
Or having another season.
Or having
together.
another season. So
Correct.
everyone gets to rest also and gets to choose again the next best 13 stories.
Yes. There's a number of stories we already have that are lined up for this first season. But when si Ma'am Charo nga has been posting on social, ang dami niya nakuha na mga unsolicited na mga kwento. Parang biglang ginanahan yung mga tao mag-submit ulit ng stories. And those might, make their way into the future seasons of them.
And Ma'am Sharon, recently po nabanggit niyo po na makikwento po yung kwento po ni Sophronia in December. Pwede po bang may magpatingin po kayo ng iba kung sino pa po yung may kikwento na life po?
Pwede na ba?
Pwede ba?
Kasi I have to get the permission of my sister.
Sige, Miss Rock. Pwede ba?
Not sure if I'm allowed to... Wag muna. Okay naman. The next episode is the story of Sheena, of Billy.
Oh,
Yes.
Really siya.
Aside po dun magkano?
Greedy. Parang sabi nung ibig ko.
Binigyan na?
I think hanggang doon na muna.
Ano na naman na tayo?
Gusto na ma-surprise pati ako.
Ano na lang po, Miss Charo, hindi ko na lang po yung reaction nyo. Kasi di ba po nakaraan, parang nagkaroon ng clamor na magbalik yung MMK. Pero kasi, a-acting ka po nun sa Batang Quiapo as Tingling. So, inasyong po ng mga viewers na baka busy ka. So, parang naaano nila si Miss Beauty Alexander.
Okay, oo.
Ano po yung reaction?
Of course, you know, yung MMK naman is a format na kahit na sino talaga, you know, na may pagmamahal sa storytelling, pwedeng i-host ang programa. So, yeah, it's, that's something also that management can consider one day when I decide to rest.
Pero ano po, Ma'am Charo,
Ha?
pero kung ikaw po papipiliin, meron ka po bang pangalan sa
Naku, wag na yan. Huwag na tayo maka-hurt.
Ito na lang po, Ma'am Charo. Sa dami po ng mga nababasa mong kwento, meron po bang isa kang nabasa na kwento na parang ano siya, parang tumatak siya sa pagkatao mo din nagbago sa'yo?
Hindi naman isa o dalawang kwento lang ang maaaring magbago sa isang tao. I think yung mga kwento mas nagre-resonate sa'yo kung meron kang sariling transformation na dinadaanan. Di ba? Kailangan kasi magkadikit eh. Hindi naman pwedeng nanonood ka lang tapos yung sa loob mo walang nagbabago. In fact, stories resonate with you because meron ka ng dinadaanan, meron ka ng journey na, meron ka ng realization, meron ka ng journey. So it's not one or two stories, no? But really, the best lesson I picked up from all these stories is not to judge anyone. You really suspend your judgment. Kasi life is not all black or white. It's really, the color of life is really gray. You know, we're imperfect human beings. So, yun siguro ang mas natutunan ko talaga. And it's not just one or two stories. It's an integration of all the lessons that we have shared in the program.
Pero Ma'am Sharon, nung di ba nung shutdown, sinabi ko po na balang araw alam mo babalik ko yung MMK. Ano po yung parang pinanghawakan mo na babalik siya?
Ano bang pinangahawakan ko? Dahil alam ko, ang pagkwento ang pinaka mabilis na paraan para mag-connect sa tao. Stories, di ba, are the ones that keep us alive, that connect us with each other. So in whatever form, kahit na hindi MMK, in whatever form, and in the future generations to come, storytelling will always be part of our lives. So, sa akin lang, kasi, you know, I only talk about MMK because that's my program. But really, let's go to the basic attribute of storytelling, diba? That is what connects us, and that is what keeps us alive. That is what makes us understand ourselves as people. Yung lahi natin, pinanggalingan natin, nakaraan natin, everything defines us. all these stories define who we are. So, maaring one day mawala ang syempre, di ba? One day mawawala ang malak sa mundo ito. Oo. But the storytelling format will always be there. Always be there. I mean, that's why there are narratives, there are series, there is cinema, there is social media. You know, short format. These are stories.
Tapos, nagkaroon fun question na lang.
Yes.
Paano po kung, kasi di ba ng mga 90s po hindi pa uso yung email, paano po maganda po yung story pero pakit na sulat?
Oo.
Paano niyo po siya
Ay, binabasa namin lahat. Oo. At saka makikita mo yung emosyon sa paraan ng pagsulat nila. Kasi kunyari, dumadating, maayos ang simula, di ba? Dear Chad. Tapos, chill pa lang. Ako to, si ganito. Itago nyo na lang sa pangalan to. Tubong, kunyari, Tubong Calapan Oriental Mindoro. Ako, nung bata ako ganito. Tapos, dadating na yung conflict sa buhay niya. Tapos, pag dumating na yung conflict, medyo, pabilis na ang mga letra niya, di ba? Tapos, pag dumating na to talaga doon sa pain, yung galit, makikita mo. Di ba, stream of consciousness, yung damdamin, ng letter sender, nakikita mo doon sa pagsulat. Tapos, nakikita mo rin yung scripted. Yung ayos na ayos. Yung ayos na ayos yung structure, may act 1, may act 2, may act 3. Ay, professional writer na to.
Sequence treatment na pala yung
sequence treatment na. Mararamdaman mo eh. Oo. Tsaka, tiyagain mo. Kasi nagtiyaga naman silang magsulat eh. Dahil lang hindi mo, nahihirapan ka magbasa, itatabi mo na. Hindi. Bawat sulat mahalaga. Dahil pinagpaguran. So it's, the basis really of our choices is may lesson learned ba dyan? Ano ang transformative experience? Ano ang journey? Anong klaseng emotional engagement ang naibibigay ng kwento? Ano. Hindi sa handwriting.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Ay, nakalimutan ko ipakilala kanina. The next question will come from Amiel of Kapamilya Online World.
Hello po, good afternoon po. Most of the questions po kasi natanong na po kanina. So, dahil uso-uso na po ako collab ngayon, may mga pagkakataon po kayo na may mga sumalang na hindi Kapamilya stars sa mga future episodes ng MMK. For example, people, artists,
ABS-CBN stars.
Madami. Hindi naman siya.
Okay, and then last question na lang po, ma'am. Si Direct Bob Roll po, singer po niya sa platform na siya yung mag-direct ng pilot episode, which was po yung Kay Soprano. Then one of the cast members is si Sir Romy Sarmienta. Nasa rin yung nasa pilot episode ng MMK way back. So,
Yes.
do you believe na intentional po ba siya? Na nakachart po ba siya?
Alam mo, sila naman ang nag-casting, di ba?
Okay, before and after tayo.
Before and after, si Romnick. Romnick in 1991 and Romnick in 2025. He played the role of the son to Robert Arevalo in the pilot episode, and now he's the father to Elijah. Yeah. So anyway, sila ang nag-casting. And nung sinabi nila sa akin na si Romnick Sarmienta, sabi ko, oh my God, sabi ko, grabe ang serendipity dito, sabi ko, because yun na nga, he portrayed the son in the first episode, son to Robert Arevalo, and now he's the father to Elijah. May alignment, no? Ganda. Yun lang, natuwa rin ako. Natuwa rin. Thank you.
Thank you, Amiel. Si Jasmine Rappler.
In a teaser, you mentioned that you missed saying your child. So is there anything else that you realized you missed while recording the first few episodes?
Everything about MMK, the taping, the set, of course the people, engagement with the audience, which will be coming soon. Everything about MMK.
You mentioned you also have a very able staff. How involved are you in every episode production?
Ay, sa production, oo, kasi alam mo naman, si Lola Tindeng medyo busy sa kaya. Tapos, rumakit pa ako ng pelikula. Leading lady. Sa panahon kong ito, leading lady pa rin ako. No other than Ding Dong. Di ba may meron akong may segue na. Leading lady, Ding Dong Dantes. And then I just finished the film, pero bawal pa ako magsalita kasi nung kasama ko doon. Bakit ganun mga tao ngayon? Daming bawal. Gusto nila madaming surprise, ganyan. So
Shar, how are you balancing everything or juggling everything? Given you have like at the very least 3 projects.
Yeah.
Natawa ako.
All my life, I've been doing a balancing act. So, this is okay.
Yeah, so the first 2 episodes will be on like celebrities. Are we gonna see more celebrity life stories in this series, or
are we going to see more? It's a mix.
It's a mix.
It's a mix. The third one will be from our regular letter send.
But is there any celebrity in particular that you hope in the future you'd like to feature?
Titingnan ko yung mata ng ibig namin. Kung wala pa. Any other celebrity? Wala pa. Wala pa. Wala kang pasabo.
Wala kang pasabo. Kasi may pinipressure natin sa atin. Wala mo wala pa daw eh.
She keeps her cards close.
How about the younger actors? Anyone you'd like to see in any of their features?
All of them. All of them. I really hope. I hope that everyone gets to grace the program. Yeah. And sana, I hope that it also opens doors for a lot of our young talents, both on cam and behind the camera.
And then it was mentioned earlier.
Everyone is welcome, ha? Everyone is welcome. But when I say everyone is willing to work and to work hard.
Then it was mentioned earlier that usually people like to guess the episode title sa closing credits. So like now with this comeback on this limited series, for you, how would you what title you'd give this MMK comeback?
Wow.
Like what part of your life is this?
The MMK comeback.
Yeah. How do you define it?
I never left.
Ang babae, hindi gumayo.
Diba?
Thank you, Ms. Chara.
Oo, serendipity.
Thank you, Jasmine. You have Nick yan, Fistar Life.
Inanong na nila lahat. So anyway, just follow up sa iba ko. So, I would just like to go back doon sa years na walang MMK, of course, na napaka-bittersweet ng goodbye na yun. Kumusta yung mga moment na yun? Tipong darating yung Saturday nights na, walang MMK tonight, ganyan. Can you take us back to those years na wala pa?
Okay. Ang pinakamasakit yung last taping day. Siyempre yung pagsabi sa'yo, nung sinabi sa'yo na mag-e-end na, sorry, mag-e-end na, the company is going through a lot of challenges, diba? Tanggap mo naman yun, you're a good soldier. Kahit masakit, tanggap mo. Pero yung final taping day, when I said, my final, nagmamahal siya, talagang, anong tawag doon? Yung sagad sa buto yung pain, masakit. Pero ano ako I let go. So when the first Saturday came, wala nang airing, you have to be accepting of life. Diba? Ganun mo hindi mo naman i-deny yung sarili mo at magtatapang-tapangan ka na okay lang. Hindi ka ganun magpapanggap. Namnamin mo yung sakit, namnamin mo yung lungkot. Pero, dapat hindi tayo manatili doon. Galaw lang, tuloy lang yung galaw ng buhay. Until tumawag si Coco at sinabi, Ma'am Jaro, yun, sama kita sa bago kong series. So, di ba ganun lang? You just have to allow life to flow. And now we're back. Now we're talking again. Now, yeah, there's this opportunity again to share beautiful stories.
Yeah, and you've been always positive about this, no? I mean, sa initial reports, you've said, and I quote, I knew in my heart, babalik siya, no? Unquote. So, can you tell us yung process na behind that comeback, no? Yung who reach out to who, paano yung proseso na tipong, okay, now is the perfect time na ibalik natin yung MMK, things like that?
It just came. Hindi nawawala sa consciousness ko, pero I did not have to nag people. The opportunity just came. Ayun din. You just allow the universe to make all the elements align, and then tama lang yung pagtanggap mo. Parang ganun lang. Hindi naman ako sige na, kailan ba? Yung ganun, di ba? Nakakapagod yun eh. So, minsan, yun na nga. It's the same attitude as when we finally let go in 2020. 2022 yun. So, it's the same attitude. Pero pag nandiyan na, ayan na. Yung the fire and the passion and the commitment will always be there.
And in fact, naging napaka-productive ng mga nakarangtaan nyo, no? Nagbalik kayo sa acting. I mean, of course, nung una ko kayo napanood sa Itim Pa, tsaka sa Isang Mata. Kaya may nirewatch ko kasi recently na grabe, super young yung panood na.
Oo, super young talaga. May gatas pa ako sa labi. 20 years old in Itim and 26 years old in Isang Mata.
Yeah, so, ngayon, babalik na po yung MMK. Kasi nga, nagkaroon na kayo ng mga projects, and movie with Ding Dong, then yun nga, sa Probinsyano kayo, tsaka sa Batang Quiapo. How different it is po yung Charo, the storyteller ng MMK versus yung Charo na actress ng story?
Ibang-iba, oo. Kasi the storyteller in me, maalaala mo kaya, is a host sharing the stories of other people, no? But as an actress performing a character, then I have to be that character. Kakalimutan ko everything that is about Charo and become him. So, ibang-ibang experience.
So, I guess last time na lang ako so yun nga po mag-kick off yung new MMK with the story of Sophronia. How did it come about? Bakit siya yung pang-debut natin?
Well, I guess, Roda.
Bakit si Sophronia?
Sophronia.
What's the decision behind it?
What's the rationale?
Kasi ang dami
Ang ganda ng kwento.
Maganda yung kwento niya. And then, it's a story of resilience, of patience, never giving up, di ba? It's a success story. It's also a story of a father's love and faith in the ability of his son. It's a story of a son's love for his father. And he's our pride, you know. He's the first Filipino, if not the first Asian, to win in a major U.S. singing contest. So, his story should be celebrated.
And I guess last na po, do you think itong bagong MMK magiging same level ba or mahihigitan pa yung dating MMK?
Paano ko ba sasagutin? Ang expectations ko kasi, parang every episode should be the best episode. Think of every episode as maybe the last episode of the series. And so they always have to give their best. So yung mahihigitan o hindi expectation ko talaga from day one, from every episode, think of it as maybe the last episode, and therefore you have to give it your best. We owe the best to our audience. Okay, Rota? Okay. Yeah. Hi, Marinel.
Ayan, thank you, Nick. Ngayon, kararating lang ni Miss Marinel.
Yes, Marinel.
News of Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Napuyat yan kagabi.
Ayan, sige, you may ask your questions po yan. We still have like more time pa naman, 15 minutes for this session. Sige, si Miss Nat ulit. Ayan, ikot.
Sa 30 years release na MMK, ano yung pinaka-proudest moment from Charo?
Proudest moment. Every time it would be honored for its excellence, not only in terms of production, but the honors also that the program gave our talents. Natutuwa ako na parang, ano ba yun? Parang naging diploma siya for our young actors to graduate into a more mature series, or also became a step.
Sino ba yung mga actors or ano na-discover?
Ay, sige po, bago sagutin niya ni Ma'am Charo, we have a special guest lang po.
Happy birthday, Ma'am Charo!
Happy birthday po! Here is Romnick. Oh, my lucky charm! The lucky charm of the program. Oh, my God, Romnick. Thank you so much. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Sorry, I smell like the road.
Oh, no! And Elijah, thank you so much.
Congrats.
Naku, si Romnick.
First
My first
episode.
guest.
Yeah.
And he was the son to Robert Arevalo. Siya yung rebelding anak, ngayon naman is playing the father to
Sofronio.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I still recall our first film together, which is Lukson on the Road.
Oh my God!
I was a kid.
Child star ka pa nun. Diba? Maalaala mo kaya rin yung kwento na ni Romney. Pero yung first episode niya, Rubber Shoes, na alam mo, yung pilot episode kasi, pinapa-approve yan sa mga bosses eh. Eh, ang mga bosses, mga lalaki, di ba? Hindi naman sila mga dramatic na tao, mahirap paiyakin. Pero, alam mo yung kasi napiling kwento talaga, kwento ng mag-ama eh. At nung nasa preview room sila, lumuluha sila, Kaya talaga, thank you for starting the series. And now, the limited series is again with you. Thank you. Elijah, how was your experience live?
Enjoy. It's a dream to be in MMK.
Kumanta ka ba?
Kumanta ako like 2 songs.
Oh.
Pero hindi ako biritero po. Hindi po. Simple songs lang.
Oh, yeah. So you had an opportunity to meet Sofronio.
I had po. We had a meeting with him. Tapos, na-meet ko na lang siya nung ball. Physically. Pero we had a Zoom meeting. He was in LA pa kasi at the time.
Yes.
To interview him.
Of course, you know that we have a director's cut. We have a director's cut. That's for
I Want.
And then 2 days later, medyo edited version will be on linear television. So mas mapusok yung
Director's cut.
Thank you for dropping by.
Surprise.
Let's have a photo.
Yes.
So, Charo nag-interview.
Uy, short.
Ikaw nag-interview.
Hawak ko yung
Si Elijah kasama ko rin to sa ano eh.
Batang Quiapo.
Yan. Short swing.
Okay. So, where do they look? Kasi saan ang...
Center first.
Okay, center muna.
Thank you.
Sa visual form. Sa visual form. Okay.
Here po.
Sabihin niyo lang po here. Para you know where to look. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Pumili ka ng kwento. Pumili ka ng kwento na malapit sa puso mo. Kailangan, ayun, pamilyar ka, malapit sa puso mo. Oh, may naiisip na siya. Ha?
It'd be fun to see the stories.
Diba, Rona?
I think it's a great time to have a photo op. Okay, Rods, Jamie, Johnny, come, Lika, let's all have a picture. Everyone's here. Go.
Di ba? I got a haircut.
Kompleto, time lock. Okay.
Hindi mo ako nakapi ng trailer na.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank
Charo.
you. Thank you. We're having fun.
Ayan, we also have the head of I Want TFC Digital Marketing, Miss Matel Celestine.
Thank you. Where's Mattel?
And of course, the head of I Want, Sir Johnny Estari, as acknowledged a while ago.
And just say, look here, para alam mo na kung saan kayo.
Yeah, so we know where to look.
Here.
Yan. Be the perkiest that you can be. Here po. Yan.
Here, please. Here.
Ito po.
Thank you. Ay, sorry.
Sorry guys, sinala na namin kayo. Quick questions lang. Guys, some questions for...
Ayan, we'll resume with our kwentuhan. Yan, balik natin kay Nathalie Tomado, Philippine Star.
Sige nga, kay Nick. Sige, bago kay Romy ko siya tatay. Kay Ma'am Charo kasi. Ma'am Charo.
Ako muna.
Oo, ikaw po na, Ma'am. Bago lang ano. Sige. Is it true po ba na minanifest niyo yung comeback?
Minanifest ko ang
pagbabalik ng MMK?
Kasi hindi naman siya nawala sa consciousness. Nami-miss na yan ang
the moment na yung
never siyang nawala. I was really just...
But you were not like vocally, ano? Sana you were not vocally pushing for its return. Parang
Not totally
vocally, openly. No, okay, in your
Yung ano lang, minsan lang sinasabi mo, ay sana, di ba yung minsan gano'n na express mo lang. Pero I never nagged anyone about it. They also saw the value, I guess they also saw the value of the program.
Tsaka na maraming nalungkot eh, when it's parang ako daming yan ng era. Oo. As in, pati mga fans, kasi ng cultural staple siya.
Yes.
To many people.
Yes. Yeah. At saka di ba pag medyo madrama ang buhay mo, ang maririnig mo, oy, MMK na yan. Or, oy, pang MMK yan. Yun, di ba? Yun. So, yun, I'm so happy it's back.
Ayun, so, Sir Rocky naman. What was your memory when you first did that first MMK episode?
Hindi siya talaga, I mean, when people ask if I remember stuff, it's one of those that pop up right away. Maybe because I also enjoyed the script immensely, and I love working with Tito Robert. In fact, ninong ko siya sa previous marriage ko. There are some people that you become very fond of and get to be very close to, that you want them to be a part of your personal life. So doing that with Ninong Robert at that time was just a gift. It's always naman, pag sinabi sa'yo na pilot episode ka, nandun yung kaba. Kasi pag hindi nag-work, kasalanan mo din, di ba? Hindi maganda yung ginawa mo. Pero over the years, actually, magkakapal ako ng mukha at sasagutin ko yung tanong mo kay Miss Charo. Kami nag-manifest kami. Kami mga gumawa ng MMK. Yung lagi namin sinasabi, sayang yun. Kasi we felt na it was a way of honoring the stories of our televiewers. Kasi mga storya nila yan eh. Paminsan-minsan gumagawa ng storya na tungkol sa mga taong kilala. Pero madalas, buhay nila yung kinikwento eh. And we always felt, ako as an artist, I've always felt there are so many great stories out there because so many people are living that story. And they need to be known, or they need to be heard, or they need to be seen. The story needs to be told. Kasi, with every episode naman, may mapupulot ka eh. And yun yung value nung show eh. Yung napupulot mong aral, yung mga payo ni Miss Charo, di ba? It allows people to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So sayang kung mawawala yung ganong klaseng programa.
Does it feel like a full circle moment? Like, you're still part of the pilot episode?
hindi nga ako matapos ng pasalamat sa Diyos. Kasi, di ba, I mean, siguro kung magyayabang ako, pwede ko sabihin, nag-pilot ako ng 2 beses for MMK, yung gano'n. Pero, ano lang, it's such an honor and a privilege and a blessing. So, I'm just really grateful.
Okay, thank you, Miss Natalie. Ngayon naman si Miss Marinel Cruz sa Philippine Daily Inquirer.
I'm just reading my question. Ito po tungkol po ito sa mental health. Parang do you think yung MMK has helped normalize yung conversations about mental health and trauma dun sa mga stories na pinapakita mo?
Actually, napakarami na naming episodes.
Celebrate natin.
Yeah, oo. And napakarami. Yeah, we've dramatized several episodes on the mental health issues. So, yun na nga, parang nagpakita ito ng pag-iintindi, pag-unawa, pagtanggap. Yung bring out that sense of empathy and compassion for these people. Maintindihan natin sila sa kanilang pinagdadaanan. At saka nagpo-provide din tayo ng tools kung saan sila makakahanap ng talagang tulong. No? Kasi beyond pinag-uusapan, talagang there's a definite kind of help that they need. So the program also provided that.
One more thing po on emotional healing. In what ways can yung storytelling like ng MMK be therapeutic for both the viewers and yung person na kinukwento po?
I think watching Maalaala Mo Kaya has been a very cathartic experience for our viewers kasi it offers hope, it offers inspiration, but it also offers relief that you don't feel alone. The experience of pain and suffering is not isolated to you. Na pare-pareho tayo, maaring iba-iba ang circumstances, di ba? But we all go through pain and suffering and disappointment, and we all have our horrors in life, di ba? At sa mga pinapakitang ehemplo ng ating mga letter centers, kung paano nilang tinatranscend yun, when they go through their transformative journey, and then there's redemption in the end, di ba? Very, very inspiring siya. And then it gives you also the strength and the courage to say, nakaya niya ha, kaya ko rin to. Di ba? It gives you the personal challenge na, oh, she's even in a worse situation, pero nakayanan niya. Anong inirereklamo ko? Or sana kayanin ko rin. Nagbibigay talaga siya ng lakas ng loob.
Maybe po the production can share kung may mga actual stories po ng gano'n na feeling, tapos may nabalitaan po kayo na pwede nyo ma-share dun sa mga case studies or subjects nyo po dun sa school.
Kung may actual na feedback from the audience.
Yes po. Actually, regular na, from the letter sender, meron kaming regular feedback from them. Tapos, part din kasi ng proseso ng MMK, kasama sila doon sa pagbuo ng kwento. To make ensure din na tama lahat ng nasulat namin, tama lahat ng nandun ng yung mga eksena, and even yung mga dialogue. Actual dialogue minsan ang ginagamit natin. Like yung example na yung kay Vilma Santos that time, yung lines doon tungkol sa nanay na matay ng anak, galing din sa letters.
Thank you.
Like like I just want to share yung Reha's episode, the story of a mother with 3 mentally challenged children. That the role of the mother was portrayed by Gina Parenda. I met the mother and I met the 2 sons, and there was so much relief and gratitude from them. Alam mo na yung hindi nila ma-articulate, pero ramdam na ramdam mo. Kasi yung nanay na yun, hindi siya pa yung hindi marunong magsulat. Basta she went down from the boondocks, kasi nag-story gathering sa lugar, sa Aklan. Nalaman nila na may story gathering sa isang mall. Bumaba siya sa bundok kung saan siya nakatira para lang maikwento yung buhay ng mga anak niya because she needed help para madala sa institution. And dinala namin, nagpunta pa sa institution. And na makita mo yung mga anak na nakakausap mo na.
So more than telling the story, tumutulong din po.
Yes, but we don't really beat our beat our chest.
Kasi hindi naman kami naghingi ng tulong, pero ang daming nagbigay ng tulong. In that time, sabi ko, ang daming nagbigay, ano gagawin natin?
Ay, meron din palang ganong effect ang maalaala mo kanya. Oo, when we share stories of people who are in need, talagang we get calls. Magdo-donate po ako ng ganito, gusto kong tulungan, or ay, gusto kong tulungan makapag-aral, yung mga ganyan. So,
okay, we're down to our last question, I believe.
Would you consider acting in an episode and turning your life story into an episode?
Wag na muna. Wala pang ending. But I've acted in a few episodes in the past. Mga dalawa lang yata. Mga two or naku, mo i-google na nga. Anyway, basta more than one. Yeah, and kaya lang talagang my work in ABS-CBN then was occupied much of my time, and I gave it priority over acting. So, but yes, I mean, if Rhoda will find, if Miss Rhoda will find a character that will suit me, why not?
Thank you.
Sorry, I'll accommodate one more question from Jemuel Tandok of Push.
Hi.
Sige lang po.
Ata na. Abo, ay kukunin yung electric fan.
Hi. First times have changed na po. But if you were to start or to keep a story, what kind of real life story or person would you like to portray or see this time?
Ako mismo, if I would like to portray?
Yes.
Depende sa dumatingan eh. Depende yan sa kwento, if it resonates with my heart, if kung palagay ko kaya kong bigyan ng justice, diba? Yun. Siyempre, kwento yan ng lola. Kwento ng, senior citizen.
You mentioned po in a previous TikTok story time na, MMK really started sa pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Pero if your life po now, considering what you're doing now, ano po kaya yung bagay na magbibigay ng tayo?
Bagay? Ano nga kayang bagay? Traditional yung mga bagay ko eh. Traditional like roses. Hindi siya Gen Z. Kasi hindi naman ako lumaki ng naka-cellphone, di ba? Nandun ako sa landline, lumaki. Meron ka pang ka-party line. Di ba? Yung magbibigay ka pa ng oras na, sandali lang po, malapit na, di ba? Ganyan. So, ano ba ngayon? Magandang title para sa akin. Sabi ko kanina, forever young.
One word lang.
Forever alive. Pero bagay, anong bagay? Wala, hindi ako masyadong attached sa,
Ma'am Charo, tatanungin ko lang po. Si Elijah po, gusto ko pong tanungin, is this your first MMK episode?
Well, the last thing I shot before the pandemic was an MMK episode. Hindi na natuloy. It's about the Taal eruption. Baka one day kami, tapos nag-lockdown. So, yeah, parang I feel like also a full circle moment right now na nabigyan ako ng chance to be in the pilot of MMK. And yeah, na-enjoy ko. Super. I hope we deliver.
May pressure ba sa'yo? Sorry. May pressure ba sa'yo? Kasi I know you're already an award-winning actor. Magawad mo rin Pero magpapilot ka ng MMK, like the longest drama anthology. May pressure ba?
Yeah, of course. MMK is iconic. MMK is part of the zeitgeist ng bansang to, ng cultural identity natin. And it's so iconic na when I was told that I was gonna do it, that I was offered to do it, prepare agad ako. Sobrang yung pressure was real. First time ko rin gumanap ng isang tao na buhay pa. Kasi the other roles I've done mga historical figures na. So at least now I had that reference to interview Sofronio, learn more about him, about his story. Tapos sana nagawa namin ng tama.
So,
sorry. What was it like? Yung playing Sofronio, tsaka ano yung mga highlight mo?
Yung singing skills ko po.
Yeah.
Actually, yun po yung una kong tanong. As in, before I accepted it, I asked kung okay lang ba na I can't sing like him. Like, I can admit naman na hindi ako biritero like Sofronio. I can sing, but not like him. Pero sabi po nila, okay lang daw. But when I read the script, meron 2 kanta doon that I had to sing. Pero kaya naman. Pumasok naman sa range ko po. But other than that, it was just getting to know yung temperament niya as a person, how he acts without the camera. Kasi all I could do is research the appearances na meron siya. Kahit nga yung mga Kumu live niya before nung pandemic, ang hirap makahanap kasi it was part of the story also. So yeah, it was mainly the research, preparing po, and getting to know Sofronio. And buti na lang he gave me the freedom na kung ano lang yung pagkakaintindi mo rin sa akin sa script. And alam niya naman na respetuhin ko siya as a person.
Sample ng kanta.
Yung may birit. Nagpa-ano po, salamat sa prod kasi merong isang Bisaya song, hindi naman ako Bisaya. Tapos they asked Sofronio to record it himself. Tapos siya yung vocal coach ko. Siya mismo yung vocal coach ko.
Legend ba, ikaw mismo yung handpick ni Sofronio?
Opo, nanay ko po nag-send sa akin nun eh. Like, I think a couple months ago. Tapos, nung sinend po niya sa akin yun, sabi ko, nakakilig naman. Tapos nung sinabi nung handler niya, who's a friend of mine, si Gio, na gusto daw talaga ako ni Sofronio to do it. Na-pressure talaga ako. Aminado kasi ako, hindi ko kaya kumanta katulad niya. Pero syempre, there's more to his story than his singing lang. So, yun yung in-explore ng episode.
You played a father. So ngayon, father.
From Lover.
Doon sa movie kasi
Previously, teacher and student.
Oo, ngayon.
Tapos yan, father and son.
So
Next time, mag-ate na kami.
I look forward.
Thank you.
Alright, maraming salamat po to our friends from the media.